Hey there, everybody. I'm Thomas Page from the Transgender Rights Movement, and I wanted to talk briefly about something that's kind of cool from today, and then talk a little bit about how we can mobilize around this thing. Today we saw the first advertisement get put out regarding the transgender bathroom law in North Carolina from the perspective of a trans man. And a lot of people haven't been thinking about this. It's something that, as a trans man myself and an advocate, I've been talking about. But as a society, we haven't been really thinking about the idea of making trans men go into women's restrooms. I mean, if part of the debate was about somebody looking too much like a man going into the women's restroom and making women uncomfortable, try putting trans guys in the women's restroom. Most of us actually look just like guys. We've been around you for a long time and you just didn't know who we were. So the whole conversation kind of gets dropped on its head there. And for all this time, because our sisters haven't had the same privilege of passing or looking the way that they wanted to, as well as trans guys have, based on the way that hormones work, they're the ones who've had to be out in the spotlight. And they're the ones who've actually been leading this fight. They're the ones who've been fighting for our rights. They've been taking care of us for a long time. And now it's time that we kind of took care of them. If you're a trans guy and you're living in one of these states where these laws are being passed, I implore you, go into the women's restroom. You've been doing it since you were a little kid anyway. It's not that unfamiliar. Go into the women's restroom, forget your ID. Let them arrest you. Because that's what leads to a lawsuit. And those lawsuits actually lead to these laws being changed. And they lead to better trans protections for all people in public places. We have to talk about this from a trans guy's perspective if we really want to make a change. But we're always so quiet, and then, nobody gets to hear our side of it. So I'm asking you guys, get out there and let your voices be heard. Don't be unsafe. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're really, truly afraid. Make sure that you have people around you that, can stand up for you. But get brave. Get out there and do something. Because if we don't do anything now, we're slowing down the progress for all these folks who've been working so hard for us all this time. If we want to protect our sisters, we have to stand up for them. And if you want to hear more trans guy stories out there, then more trans guys have to get out there and tell their stories. So I'm asking you guys today, gentlemen, please stand up. Take care of our community the way that us gentlemen know how. It's important. And you have the ability to make a change. And you can do it. So please do. And thank you for listening to me.